So there's a certain $12 stock that Cathie Wood has been directing ARK to buy very quietly over the last couple of weeks. Her last purchase of this mysterious stock was just yesterday, on March 11th, but she also bought it on March 10th, on March 9th, on March 8th, March 3rd, March 2nd, March 1st, February 26th, and as early as February 24th. So basically, this is a stock that she was buying throughout the entire downtrend of the ARK funds, and once she kept buying as they started bouncing, during a time period where she said she's going to be focusing on her highest conviction plays and forgetting about the rest. So clearly, this is a high conviction play for Cathie Wood. So Charlie, stop beating around the bush. What is this elusive play? Well, it's ticker symbol A1, an SPAC that's going to be taking Markforged public. Markforged is a 3D printing company. As you know, 3D printing stocks have been garnering quite a lot of attention over the last year, and while most of us have a pretty basic idea of what 3D printing is, sometimes it's still very hard to actually comprehend how big of a deal 3D printing is for the manufacturing industry. 3D printers like the ones offered by Markforged threaten to disrupt the entire manufacturing industry. With traditional manufacturing, you have many limitations. You have to deal with extremely limited and costly design flexibility. You're forced to hire a ton of expensive specialists that are often in short supply, and you're screwed if there's a supply chain disruption like a pandemic. Not that those ever happen. You waste a shite ton of money on unnecessary expenditures, and it slows down the overall process because prototyping and adjusting products take a lot longer. You have to rely on different supply chains to build it and send it to you. You have to rely on different specialists. You have to get special machines that are built for that specific prototype oftentimes. However, Markforged is offering a solution to this with flexible, more affordable machines that allow companies to design, program, and manufacture across a myriad of industries. And I know, folks, we've covered other 3D printing stocks before, like Nano Dimension and the likes of that, but just for those who haven't heard it, the 3D printing segment is huge. It's not like this up in the sky pie sector that's like, well, it could happen in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, but right now, I don't know, it's too early. Just between 2012 and 2020, you've already seen rapid acceleration of addressable market opportunity, and it's expected to have an even more rapid acceleration of addressable market opportunity in the years to come. This is likely going to be a market where you have a few winners, and those winners take all and leave all of the other ones in the dust. So if you can find some of the winners early on, you can get your check written out for you. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about what I think sets Markforged apart and makes it a clear winner. Then at the end of the video, we're going to be circling back and doing some recaps on some of our plays for today and closing out the week. And the only thing that I ask for all of this is that you hit that ravishing like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so to start, what exactly does Markforged offer, Charlie? Well, they offer a platform that controls the 3D printer, they offer the 3D printer, and then they offer materials that or basically ink for the printer. On the platform side, this is where you actually design the specifications of what you want printed. And you could also choose from templates already loaded into the platform. The ease of use and flexibility of a platform is very, very important because, again, we don't want to have extremely highly trained specialists manning this. That's expensive, those are rare, and that creates a huge issue that 3D printers are trying to solve. It also needs to work across a lot of different industries, and again, be able to be operated by the people in those industries. But the beauty of offering a platform like this is that they can do over-the-air updates. That means the features, efficiency, and reliability of these printers actually get better over time because they get updated over time. So instead of having to make a huge investment in a whole new product, well, these printers get better on their own. Then you have the machine itself. Markforged offers a wide variety of printers specified for different types of printing. Most of the major manufacturing materials can be handled with their printers. Now, of course, 3D printers don't just print stuff out of thin air. Y'all best be betting you need some ink. And 3D printing ink is in the form of raw materials. And the need for materials ensures that Markforged has ongoing customer revenue because once their companies buy their machines, well, they'll need to be paying for a steady supply of ink as well. Ink. Okay, Charlie, but wait a second. I don't really understand manufacturing. I'm not an expert in manufacturing. You could tell me this prints fairy dust and I wouldn't be able to refute that. So how do I know this is actually useful, Charlie? Well, proof of concept in terms of who they're working with. If you're looking at who's actually using it, Markforged has clientele across many industries, working with the likes of Bosch, Airbus, General Electric, Lockheed Martin, multiple U.S. defense institutions, NASA, SpaceX, Bayer, Gillette, Regeneron, Porsche, Tesla, Honda, Volkswagen, just to name a few. In terms of a total number, their printers are in an estimated 10,000 facilities today, and they have plans to be in 100,000 in 5 years. 10x the current number, that's a pretty damn bold goal. And they have a very interesting model in terms of improving their product, because the more printers that are out there and the more clients they have buying and using these printers, the more data goes and gets sent out to their cloud. And the more data the cloud has, the smarter the whole system is. And that sends it back to the printer. So as more printers are in the network and more people are using the printers, the smarter each printer will become. And the smarter that artificial brain in the sky gets, and the more competitive their product gets. And that means you have an ever-evolving performance boost that gives more and more capabilities. Maybe eventually these will be smart enough to manufacture humans. Maybe they already have. ARK likes to invest in companies that they think are in winner-take-all industries and sectors, and the reason 3D printing is one of those industries is because once you've created that ever-evolving structure of clients, you've already had a huge performance boost. And because this improvement model is based on how many printers they have, that means that it's going to get smarter over time, which means that any new entrant to the market is going to have a hard time catching up to all these other ones that already have all of this experience and already have all of this complexity built into their AI. But anyways, on their YouTube channel, they have a lot of videos showing how their machines are used, and you can check that out. You just look up Marked Forged. I'll put a link in the description below, but one of the most relevant demands right now are for chips, and I'll show you the video on how they manufacture a crucial component in chips. So needless to say, very, very intriguing technology. It's also especially important to mention after watching this that not all 3D printing companies are printing the same thing. Ironically enough, Nano Dimension, another one of our plays, is for example much more closely aligned with helping solve chip shortages, as they are in the business of printing complex electronics, whereas Mark Forged works with more general materials and prints parts on demand for manufacturing needs. Eventually, I do think you may see a lot of these cross over, but right now that's not the case. Okay, lastly, it's worth talking about how SPACs work, because this is in the SPAC stage. So when you buy A1, you're basically investing in a fund that will eventually become a stake in Mark Forged, which for now is a private company. With A1, we have the first opportunity to take a public stake in Mark Forged, and we've seen ARK take advantage of that as well. But the team leading A1's merger is notable themselves. They were early investors in PayPal, Trula, Palantir, Airbnb, Pinterest, Square, Uber, Opendoor, Reddit, and Carta. Many of these companies are power plays that we've talked about in other videos. And that's the team that will be leading the Mark Forged merger. Now, whatever you do, do not tell any of our ZipTrader U members that I'm going to leak another price target, but I put a price target of $18 on this one. Post-merger, I think it's very likely that we end up upgrading this one, but because it's in the pre-SPAC stage, I want to put it at this level before the merger is actually completed. Right now, with rising interest rates, we're in a little bit more of a constrained environment for SPACs. However, even if you're going to hold it past the merger, it's trading pretty damn low. We're trading right at the SPAC floor. But overall, long-term, I think that $18 is definitely underkilling it. Okay, and quick recap on the day. So pretty slow day overall. This morning in the pre-market, we said futures were fairly flat with the NASDAQ down, yada, yada, as investors worry a bit about bond yields. That picked up again today. Nothing too shocking there. We are going to continue to see different spikes of interest rates as we leave the pandemic by nature of the fact that more money is going to be circulating in this economy. However, it should eventually stabilize out to those 2019 levels before the pandemic even started, and the Fed has basically said that that's what they want to happen, which at those levels, that's not going to be a disaster for growth stocks. Recovery plays were also leading this morning. Our BA play had another 6% rally, which is pretty nice, and CCL 3%, not too shabby. Recovery plays aren't going to be as fun and as exciting as growth stocks, but they are useful to be a little bit more diverse with your trading. Our growth plays today, but overall this week was pretty good for growth plays, so no complaints there. Our short-term plays, ENTX, we briefed on this Mama Jamma yesterday and even reflected on it in yesterday's video too. Today we reiterated it, but it ran up to 10.16. But it's funny because in yesterday's video we were talking about how I was disappointed. I thought this had more steam left. I thought this was a damn big catalyst. Why is this not running up even more? And I was right yesterday. It's just that I was wrong on the time frame. Turned out that steam was let off this morning, and we saw it run up to here. Again, though, it's a little bit misleading when you see these big runs. You're not going to be catching all of that because we have risk management that makes it so that, hey, you can manage your risk in these plays, but it also limits your upside. You have a trailing stop loss, you have validation, but still undeniable, lots of opportunities with catalyst plays. Seal was another interesting one that we briefed on in the pre-market. A popular analyst gave it an upgrade to a whopping $14, with Seal trading at under $3 yesterday. That's a lot of damn upside to $14, and people rallied this guy up to $5.89 today, which is pretty crazy. This is basically just on an analyst upgrade that people are like, oh, an analyst thinks this is really high, so they rallied it up to $5.89. But pretty good if you could kind of scalp off the sheep, and that's why we brief on a lot of these plays. Anyways, folks, if you have any ticker that you'd like me to discuss in the next video, go ahead and comment below. If you'd like to learn how to trade, would like access to our private chat and daily morning briefings, well, go ahead and check out ZipTrader U in the comment section below or in the description below. I have a link. If you'd like 2 free stocks and you're wondering what broker to trade these stocks on, well, Webull is a fantastic broker, and I'll put a link to them below. And as always, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.